Hey guys, welcome back to this lab. We are going to do this lab today. The lab is about doing the VLAN, creating the VLAN using the L3 switch and then applying access control list on it. So this ACL means access control list. So you can make it like this. So this one means access, then the C means control, and the L means list. Yeah, so this is what you're going to do. For those who don't know access control list is a security mechanism that will prevent, that will filter traffic. It will prevent a particular machine from maybe not accessing a particular resource, or you can also use it to prevent some communications between host devices. So what you're going to do, this is our lab. So what we have 3 VLANs. So I will have, let's say I will call it VLAN 10, then this will be VLAN 15, and then this will be VLAN 20. Yeah, so this is how I'm gonna make it. So what I'm using over here is this is the L3 switch, the 3650 series, and the VLAN 10 over here, I will assign ports Giga 1 to 9, and VLAN 15 will be ports 10 to 15, and VLAN 20 will be 16 to 23. So I've not done any configuration on it. What I'm going to do is I'll create the VLANs first. As you can see from this, the phase 1 will be the inter-vlan communication, where I will allow the VLANs to communicate. We test everything, and the phase 2 will be the configuration of the access control list. So I've not specified the network address. Let me also specify the network address. I'll have 192.168.10.0, and then this one maybe 172.16.0. Let's say 20.0, and then I'll have 172.20.0.0. All right. So this is my network address here that I'm going to use for the respective VLANs that I have. So the first thing I'm going to do is to create VLANs. So we all know how to create VLAN. As I did in one of my previous videos, if you've not watched, go and watch how to use L3 switch. It can't work if I don't power the devices. So I make sure I power the L3 switch before it can start loading. You can see from the CLI the device is being powered on. So let's wait for some second before I'll start configuring it. You can see now the device is on. So what I'm gonna do is, alright, so the device has been powered on. I'll start creating the VLAN. We'll go to the global as usual. We'll create VLAN 10. The name, you can use any name, right? I'll create VLAN 15 and then create VLAN 20. Okay, so these are the 3 VLANs I've created. To check if the VLANs were successfully created, we just need to go to the privilege mode and type show VLAN brief. So these are the VLANs I've created: VLAN 10, 15, and 20. You can see the names. The system has given what the default name, because I did not specify any name. Then the next step that we are going to do over here is to assign the VLAN to the respective interfaces. So we have to go back to the global mode. I will use interface range Giga 1/0/1 to 9. So this is going to be for VLAN 10. So we use switch port mode access. Switch port mode access. Switch port access VLAN 10, and we use no shutdown. Yeah, so it means I've assigned the ports starting from 1 to 9 to VLAN 10. Then the next one will be the port starting from 10 to 15 to VLAN 15. So I will exit, okay, and have interface range Giga 1/0/10, right? Okay, let me check the previous one. Okay, VLAN 9 here. So 10 to 15. And this one will be switch port mode access. Switch port access VLAN 15. Then no shutdown. So now I've also assigned this port range, the port range to this particular VLAN. And then it's left with the last one, that will be interface range giga 1/0/ giga 1/0/16 to 23. And you have switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 20, and we have no shutdown. So now what can we do? We have to go and check if the ports have been assigned to their respective VLAN. So I'll type do show VLAN brief. Okay, so we could check it from here and see what is happening. So this is how my interfaces are. So VLAN 10 I've assigned from 1 to 9, and VLAN 15 is from 10 to 15, and VLAN 20 is from 16 to 23. Alright, that's done. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is the following step is to now assign their gateways, because we make sure this VLAN 10 has its own gateway, VLAN 15 the same, and VLAN 20 the same, in order for them to communicate. As in now, we just created VLAN and assign the interfaces to the respective VLAN. So we need to configure their gateways. Since we don't have, the specific gateway that we can use, we are not using a router as a device. We are just using L3, which plays the same role as a router as well. So what you're gonna do is the interfaces that we'll use over here will now be the VLANs interfaces. So for VLAN 10, for instance, its interface, okay, that will serve as a gateway will be the VLAN 10 interface. For VLAN 15, the interface that will serve as the gateway will also be the VLAN 15, and the same as VLAN 20. So we come back to our CLI. So what we do is interface VLAN 10, okay, and we need to provide the IP address. This IP address is going to be as a gateway. So IP address, that will be 192.168.10.1 255.255.255.0. This is subnet mask, and I'll run no shutdown. And I'll also do the same for VLAN 15. So that will be interface VLAN 15, and the IP address will be 172.16.20.1. The subnet mask will be 255.255.0.0, and also provide no shutdown. And we'll do for the last one, that will be interface VLAN 20, and we have IP address 172.20.0.1, that will be 255.255.0.0, and we have no shutdown. So as in now, I've configured the gateway for each VLAN, and the interfaces we've used are what are their VLANs interfaces. So if I have to go back, I'll type show IP, show interface brief. Okay, let me check. Okay, show interfaces. What do we have here? Okay, let me do this. Show IP interfaces. Okay, show interfaces VLAN 10. Okay, so we can see this is the VLAN 10 interface. So let's just scroll up and look at what we have. So the VLAN 10, the interface is up, and then look at the IP address we've assigned. That's 10.1. Okay, we can still do the same thing for VLAN 15 as well. We'll also have the same result. So just need to scroll up. We have VLAN 15, okay, and then this is the IP address we've assigned, and we can do the same thing for VLAN 20 as well. So let's scroll up. Alright, so the same thing we have over here. This is the IP address we've assigned. Alright, so now what can we do? We have to make sure the three VLANs can exchange what communication. Up to now, I've not enabled any routing feature. So what I have to do is I have to enable the routing feature. How do I do it? Go back to the global and type IP routing. IP routing. So now the routing feature has been enabled, but the end devices have not gotten any IP addresses. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign the IP addresses manually. So come back to this, click on the VLAN 10 first, the first device. So go back to desktop, and I have 192.168.10.2 because .1 is already being used as a gateway. I have 192.168.10.1. Alright, I'll copy this. Okay, because as a gateway, I'm gonna paste for this device. Also, let's do this .3 and then .1, the gateway. Alright, so come back to this, the first device. Alright, so what we have, we click here, and this device will take 172. Sorry for the cock running out there. 172.16.20.2 because .1 is being used for the gateway. 172.16. Alright, I made a mistake. 20. Sorry, 20 over here. So let me do this, copy, then paste here. .1 is a gateway, right? So I'll now copy the gateway that I'm gonna paste for the next end device. Okay. So come to this. .3, and then this is the gateway. Okay, so come back to the third VLAN. Put it aside. IP address, we have 172.20.0.2, 172.20.0.1. That's the gateway. Okay, I'll close and come back to this. I'll do the same thing. This should be .3, then .1. Alright, so now that I've assigned the IP addresses, what we do is we have to test. How do we test? We need to, let's say from here, I'm gonna ping any of the device in VLAN 10. So the devices we have in VLAN 10, we have 192.168.10.2. Let's wait for the ping to be successful. Let's see what's gonna happen. Yeah, the ping is working. I can also ping one device in VLAN 15. So I'll take ping 172.16.20.2. Okay, .2. Alright, so the ping is working. The ping is working. Now we can say that the three devices are able to communicate. The three of VLANs are able to communicate. So what we're gonna do next is to follow our lab plan. So the phase 2 is to configure access list. So in the access list, what we do, we prevent VLAN 10 from pinging from pinging in one device in VLAN 20. Okay, from pinging the whole VLAN 20. So okay, let me write it over here. Prevent ACL to prevent VLAN 10 in pinging VLAN 20. So this is how we're gonna do it. Okay, so first of all, we are going to configure our extended access list. So what we'll do is configure access list. We'll use it 100 and we will deny. What are we denying? We are denying VLAN 10 from pinging the VLAN 20. So what's the VLAN 10 network address? Is 192.168.10.0. So that will be the protocol. We need to specify the protocol. In our case is ICMP because we want to prevent ping. ICMP, the source is gonna be 192.168.10.0, and we have to provide the subnet mask, right? That is 255.255. No, it has to be the word card, sorry. So the word card will be .0.0.255. Sorry, 255. And the destination is 172.20.0.0. Yeah, that's the destination. That's the destination address. Okay, sorry. So that's the destination address. All right. Then the word card as well. That's the destination. We have to provide the word card. That will be 0.0.255.255 because it is in /16, and we have to deny the echo. Okay, deny the echo, and then we have access list 100. Okay, 100. We have permit IP any access list you configure by default. If it is not permitted, it's gonna be denied. So the first access list we configured is denied. We make sure the rest is permitted so that any request which is not going to match this particular condition will be what will be permitted. So, and then we permitted the rest of the traffic. What we wanna do is we need to apply the we need to apply the access list. The access list can either be applied in inbound or outbound. So who is initiating the communication? The communication is going to be initiated by VLAN 10. So this is where we can use it on an inbound, okay, I mean on the VLAN 10 gateway inbound, or on VLAN 20 outbound, but I prefer using it in VLAN 10 inbound. So what I'm going to do is I'll go into the gateway, which is VLAN 10, okay, and I'll use IP access group. That will be the access list number 100, and I will specify inbound. So I'm gonna prevent this communication from the inbound of the gateway of VLAN 10. So this is it. So now what I'm gonna do is I'll try to ping from VLAN 20, try to ping of any of the device in VLAN 10 and see how it goes. So we'll ping 192.168.10.2. See how it goes. Oh, it's going on. 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 Okay, so let's figure out what is happening. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? I think there must be a mistake in my access control list. VLAN 10. Okay. 0. Okay, access list. Deny. Okay. Interface VLAN 10. IP access group. Oh, sorry, I did not. Why is it not working? Why is it not working? Why is it not working? Okay, so let's try from VLAN 10 to ping and see if it's working. Ping 172.20.0.2. Yeah, destination unreachable. Okay, so yeah, so what is happening is that we are pinging, is working. So because the traffic is being initiated by VLAN 10, that's why it's working. So now let me prevent VLAN 10 or VLAN 20 from pinging VLAN 10 and see how it goes. So I'll exit and access list. I'll take 105. Okay, I'll deny ICMP. The source is 172.20.0.0. Okay, I think this is the address. Yeah, 20.0.0. Alright, and the word card is 200.255.255, and the destination is 192.168.10.0, and the word card is 0.0.0.255, and the message we are going to prevent is echo. Okay, echo. So I have access list. I have access list 105. Permit IP any. Okay, and I have to apply it now. I'm not going to apply it in the inbound of VLAN 20. So interface VLAN 20 and IP access group, that will be 105. Then I'm going to apply it in the inbound as well. Okay, let's save. So now let's ping and see how it goes. I'm trying to ping. Yeah, so the first one I was able to ping from VLAN 20 because I just prevented from VLAN 10 to VLAN 20. So now I've done it on the both direction. You can see from VLAN 20 you are not able to ping any device in VLAN 10, and from VLAN 10 you are not also able to ping a device in VLAN 20. So this is actually how the access list works, configured with the VLAN. If you found the video informative, please give the video a thumbs up, share the video to other platforms, and subscribe if it is not done yet. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.